Hello, my name is Stanley Bin Bungkias. First of all, greetings to Dr. Niria. I am a representative from Group 31 and would like to present the title of our assignment, which is The Field of Arts and Culture. Uses survey Malay traditional and modern clothes nowadays. The existence of fashion dress up has been for centuries, and the society has been using clothing, jewelry as a non-verbal communication to symbolize their occupation, rank, gender, wealth, social class, and organizational group. Other than that, fashion is not only includes clothing but also accessories, jewelry, hairstyle, and beauty. Clothing is a combination between religion and modesty, and increase in self-confidence, the look of professionalism, culture, identity, social status, values, and many more. Clothing provides information of appearance that indicates the origin of the wearer and career message with significant impact on social relationship. Many studies on Malay clothing have been conducted focusing on traditional clothing. Malay traditional attire has gone through many changes in terms of history, development, style, fabrication, influence, and many more. The research is conducted by documenting the development of Malay traditional attire. Traditional Malay clothing refer to the Malay traditional attire, especially for baju kurung and baju Melayu. It symbolizes a significant identity of Malay society until now. With the advancement on technology in present has led to inclusion of popular culture, especially in the fashion that has become a worldwide phenomenon. There are various styles and trends from external culture that have become a source of inspiration for fashion style in Malaysia. The objective of our research is to differentiate the traditional and modern of traditional Malay clothing. Next, to study the development of the modern and traditional of baju Melayu and baju kurung. The last one is the relevance of wearing traditional Malay wear in a daily life. Statement in the research is lack of exposure and interest among Malaysians, whether education or awareness. It is still unsure that the traditional Malay wear has been used till nowadays.
Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Maya binti Muhammad Asri. Today I will going to be presenting about the development of traditional Malay wear, which is baju kurung and also baju Melayu. I will first explain about baju kurung. Baju kurung is an original form and it was made from geometric pattern. Okay, as we know that baju kurung is an example of rectangular pattern, which is it is having a vertical and also in horizontal. The horizontal one is representing the sleeve of the baju kurung, and the vertical one representing of the bodies of baju kurung. Baju kurung is worn by commoners around 17,000 years ago, and baju kurung is also made from batik sarung, and some are made from silk and also songket, but this is worn by the royalties. Baju kurung are also called as baju kurung teluk belanga. Baju kurung teluk belanga is representing the neckline of the baju kurung. As you can see what I'm wearing here, this is the traditional wear of neckline for the baju kurung. It has a button and a buttonhole, and around the neck it is actually traditionally sewn by hand stitch, which is called the lang belut. Not just that, a complete look for baju kurung is always worn by a shawl or a batik as a headscarf before they left home. Now we're going to talk about the development of the modern baju kurung. As you can see picture in here, there is two types. There is baju kurung modern, which is still looks very modern, but just more into fitting into the body. And as you can see, another one is just the shortened length, but it's still in a loose cut. But nowadays, there is still lots of design of baju kurung, and there are plenty out there that people can wear, whether in events or in other function. Next, I will be talking about baju Melayu. Baju Melayu are also called baju kurung teluk belanga, but this was in a man form, which is the baju Melayu teluk belanga is shortened but also have a loose cut. But the main thing is that it still replaces the same neckline as teluk belanga, and also with a hand stitch of tulang belut. But baju Melayu are also come with two different type of baju Melayu. Another one is called baju Melayu cekak musang. The difference between this baju Melayu is baju Melayu cekak musang, it is a stand collar, and it's also completed with the look with a few buttons. Some buttons are come with 3, 5, 7 and 9 buttons, and it is depending on the buttonhole that they have on the shirt itself. And we're going to talk about baju Melayu modern. Baju Melayu modern are not so far behind. It's not really that much different between the baju traditional Melayu. As you can see now, baju Melayu modern are still with the signature of the collar, which you can see the collar are represent very neat and represent the Malay itself, and it's just the cutting. Also same with the modern of kurung, the type of the bodies are much more simplified and fitting into the body of a man, and it also includes some pin and some coat to complete the look. But as years goes by, as you can see, the second design of modern baju Melayu, it also come with short pants, sometimes very loose, and it depends on the era we are living in. Some people much prefer themselves to wear something comfortable, something unique, something different from everyone. So whether it is still called baju Melayu or not called baju Melayu, it is somehow how we represent Malay itself. But what we want is that we can preserve the baju Melayu, the cekak musang itself, also the teluk belanga itself, that really represent the Malay clothing itself. Moving on into the interview session, this is our opportunity. Our groups have this chance to interview Dr. Sharifah Susana Wan Shukran. She is a PhD graduated, and she's also a master graduate of Business Administration, BMBA, and a Bachelor of Business Administration with honor degree. And she is also a former fashion designer from Anasu Couture, which is her own business couture, and formerly known as accessory makers, mainly in making jewelry. We took a chance to ask her question about fashion or things that is relatable to our research. So our question is, in your opinion, do you think traditional Malay clothing is less used among Malaysians nowadays? So as what we can see here, Dr. Wan Sharifah tried to emphasize that Malay traditional wear is being seen less in crowded places. So usually being seen in events, in keduri kahwin, also in other functions, it always being wear in some functions or event. Why don't we wear it as a daily wear? And she also said to herself that as a person who is in the industry, her job is not just to predict what the next fashion is or what next the trend is, but it is also her responsibility to preserve the heritage of Malay textile and also clothing. So it is still being less seen among the Malaysian itself. It is her responsibilities to think of how to preserve the heritage of our textile and our traditional wear.
Next, data analysis and finding. We have canned 100 respondents from the Google form that we distribute in 30 November 2023. The most dominant respondent that filled form was Melayu, which 44%. Which attire you wear the most? So we can see here that the majority of respondents choose baju kurung traditional, which 44%. Our questions are in Malay to make it easy for respondents to answer. Question 1 is, adakah anda memakai pakaian tradisional? So 91 people have a wear traditional attire and 9 people from the survey taken never worn traditional attire. 2. Adakah anda bersetuju sekiranya pakaian tradisional ini dipakai semula dalam kehidupan seharian? 80 people agree and 30 people show that disagree. Question 3. Adakah anda bersetuju baju Melayu ini dibawa ke luar negara untuk diperkenalkan dan dipromosikan ke luar negara? 99 people agree and 1 people show that disagree. Question 4. Adakah anda bersetuju pakaian tradisional Melayu masih dikekalkan sehingga hari ini? 99 people agree and 1 people show that disagree. Question 5. Pakaian tradisional adalah representasi terpenting identiti budaya. So, 80 people is agree and 3 people show that disagree. Kod pakaian tradisional harus dipatuhi dengan ketat dalam suasana rasmi. 57 people agree and 3 people show that disagree. Question 7. Individu perlu mempunyai tanggungjawab untuk mempelajari dan menghormati warisan di sebalik pakaian tradisional yang mereka pakai. 74 people agree and 3 people show that disagree. Question 8. Memelihara dan mengumumkan tradisi pakaian tradisional adalah penting untuk menjaga warisan budaya. 83 people agree and 4 people show that disagree.
Okay, next I'm gonna talk about discussion, decision, and finding. For survey got 1, this survey got positive response from respondent. This show it is still relevant to wearing Malay traditional attire in our daily life. It also represents the modesty in individuals who wear it. Ever since, baju kurung always made stage in the international level. We try to do survey on baju kurung also, since it is rarely being known internationally. Not just that, most of to sustain the use of Malay attire wear until today. This is survey chat 2. Most of the respondents agree that Malay traditional attire as representation of Malay culture in Malaysia. Its ethic code of wearing traditional wear as formal wear are still being used, and it is still relevant due to the design of the attire itself. However, as Malaysian, it is our responsibility to learn more about our culture and respect the heritage of traditional wear. Lastly, respondents are highly agreed on preserving the traditional wear through generation to keep it sustained. In conclusion, traditional Malay clothing has had a high impact on representing the culture, especially to Malay nation. Traditional attire had its value and it is still preserved today. Traditional Malay clothing has had a highly impact on representing culture, especially to Malay nation. Clothing all over the world has its own signature wear, and each attire represents every element that describes their culture and background, and also has its story behind. It is always being seen as modest, loose, comfortable, unique in its own way. That's all from our group. Thank you.